Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how you can use Premiere Pro along with Subtitletool to save money and time while editing subtitles. So let's get into it. So I've made a new project in Premiere Pro and I'm going to be subtitling this scene from Breaking Bad. So I'm going to quickly create a new sequence and I'm just going to make sure the audio is correct so that I myself can hear it. Adjust anything that I need. Then I'm going to click Window and I'm going to go all the way down to the text panel and make it visible. This text panel has inside of it the caption and auto transcription tools that Premiere Pro has available to all users. So once you're in the actual transcription panel, what you want to do is you want to transcribe sequence. It's fine for me to just leave it on English and mix, but if you have audio on a different track, or if you have music, then switch it accordingly. After that, I'm going to create captions. I'm going to set it to any one of the options, and I'm going to ensure that I have maximum length in characters, maximum duration in seconds, and gap between captions in frames set to the minimum possible value. I want to have these as small as possible so I can be more precise with my eventual subtitles, and Subtitletool prefers subtitles to be shorter. It does a much better job joining them together than it does splitting them apart, so keep this in mind. I'm just going to click create, all the settings seem fine. So you'll see that it creates caption layers, which you can't drag onto the usual tracks. This is why Subtitletool is incredibly helpful, as it allows you to use Premiere Pro's transcription tools and convert it into editable text layers that you can apply styles to and effects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to manually clean up the subtitles. Usually Premiere Pro is quite good, but you can see in this instance I had to clean up quite a few subtitles. So keep in mind that your video might not work as well as you want it to, but I find that it's pretty much always guaranteed to be faster than doing it manually. So now that everything has been subtitled properly and I've fixed it up, I'm going to export as SRT file. The SRT file is a common subtitling file, and it's what Subtitletool uses. So I'm just going to save it as Captions Breaking Bad. You can save it as any file name at all. And then I'm going to open up Subtitletool. So you can either choose to open a .srt file, or in my case, I'm just going to drag the Caption Breaking Bad SRT file straight into the program, and you'll see that it opens it in the display monitor. So I'm going to click format and it will just format it using the recommended settings. These settings are the ones that I personally use, and so for now we're just going to use that. Then I'm going to export it, and I'm just going to go back into the folder and I'm going to make a new folder called export. You can name the export whatever you want, but I'm just going to keep it as converted, and you'll see that almost instantly it opens up the exported folder and it has an SRT file and a .xml. And I'm going to import the XML's folder into Premiere Pro. And what you'll see is that an error message will appear. You can just click OK. So I'm going to make sure that this little button down here is turned gray, so it's toggled off. And I'm just going to drag the XML file down to the timeline, and you'll see that it'll place it in as normal text layers. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Window, and I'm going to make sure the Essential Graphics panel is visible, which it already is. I'm going to go into Edit, I'm going to change the style of the text. So I'm going to make this text Arial bold, I'm going to increase the size, and I'm going to make it red fill. So once I've changed the style, I'm going to click Styles, and I'm going to click Create Style, and I'm just going to name it Text Style for now. Then I'm going to select all the layers, and I'm going to drag the text style file down onto them. You'll see that this will apply it to every single layer, and if I play through it, we already have some pretty good looking subtitles. But, of course, you want to add animations to it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search up an animation preset that I already use in a lot of my videos, and I'm just going to drag it down and apply it to all of them. It is that simple. Just like that, we have really good subtitles in a fraction of the time.
19.
Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah!
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Subtitletool and I'm going to show you a bit more of the settings. So one of the settings here that a lot of people don't really know about is this Add Timer Heading on Split. Now what this does is it adds this first layer here which just says the word timing. This is a workaround because the way XML files store is they start from the first layer, so without this your subtitles would not be timed properly. So I would leave this on, and then obviously underneath you have the video width and height, which changes the resolution of the sequence that the XML file stores. So the next really useful settings are the tolerance and iteration settings. So what the tolerance setting allows you to do is it allows you to combine subtitles based on how close they are in time. So if two subtitles are within tolerance, then they will be combined into the one line. So you can see I usually have it set to 150 milliseconds, but if I put it up to 100,000 milliseconds or 100 seconds, then you can see that it'll create a big wall of text. The iterations control how many times it runs the joining algorithm, so I'd recommend keeping the iterations low if the tolerance is low, and then increasing it accordingly. But you can see I have split subtitles by punctuation off, so if I turn it back on, it will then go back through and it will split all the captions, and you can change all the settings associated with it. So next up, we're going to look at the custom dictionary. So say for example, I wanted to make the word median here have a capital M at the start, even if I have the lowercase option on. Well, you can. So going into the dictionary here, I'm going to add a new line, and I'm going to write the word median with the correct casing, which is a capital M at the start. And I'm going to go back into formatting. I'm going to make sure the use custom dictionary option is turned on. I'm going to format it again. I'm going to scroll down, and you can see the word median now has a capital M at the start, just like we wrote. So Subtitletool is very helpful when formatting your text and making it just right for your clients. For example, with a lot of my clients, they want their subtitles to be all lowercase apart from nouns, and Subtitletool facilitates this. Now below the actual preview window, we have a few options. The Open SRT option allows you to open another file. The Split option allows you to split the subtitles without applying any formatting to it. And the Format button will split the subtitles and then format it. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and happy subtitling.
2.35 pounds.